Jack, some end to the game. Talk us through that.
Yeah, look, it's winning a game of football at any level is always enjoyable. I've said that in recent weeks, and for us it was obviously of vital importance at this stage of the season, but to win it in the manner we did, in terms of character we showed, and winning it in that fashion was fantastic, for that group of players and for the supporters that travelled here tonight. Not just for the supporters that travelled, for all the supporters that have backed us through the course of the season and we'd be following the game through various outlets tonight. I hope they got that same buzz that we got from it.
How important is it to kind of now have that first league win under the belt and that to be pushed aside?
Yeah, look, it's cliched, but it gets that monkey off our back, it stops people talking about it. Our motivating factor all the time is people are writing us off already. They have done, and I've stressed that to players time after time. Whenever they're tired in a game, they think they're no more, they use that as motivation, and if they get themselves out of this position, then they can tell these people they were quick to do it. So getting that first win is important because it drags us closer to the teams that are nearest in the table. This was a game in hand for us, if you like, tonight. So great starting point. That's all it is. We have to be relentless in what we're doing in the training pitch. Keep doing the same things. I've said it over recent weeks. I know there'll be some people that have been doubting that because the results haven't came. Performances have been better, and there's players in that team that are playing in a way that is hugely encouraging, and if they keep doing it, these results will keep coming.
Some of the players, when I spoke to them after the game, were saying that you weren't too pleased with the first half performance and kind of made them aware of that. How pleased were you with the second half performance and the kind of the effort they put in?
Yeah, the first half performance was good in part. Some of the football we played, I think, was terrific at times. What was so frustrating was the manner of the goals we conceded, and that was the point I made, and it's probably the angriest I've been with them because it's so frustrating to see them doing good things in the game and conceding the way we conceded the goals. So second half, the fact you don't concede is a great bonus or something we did a lot better in the second half. So I thought second half we'd done things with a little bit more energy, but I still thought some of the football we played in the first half was terrific. And I've had to question myself over this period, as I do not question myself but reflect on what I'm doing, and at times I thought would have been better not trying to play as expansively and shut up shop and trying to nick wins, but I don't think we have the group of players here to do that, and with those midfielders we have in the team, their strengths is going forward and even with people at pace and try to produce moments of quality, and we certainly did that tonight.
Speaking about some of those midfielders, young Kel McGuinness was brilliant again tonight, well in my opinion anyway, and scored a fantastic goal, his first goal. How did you rate his overall performance and how does it feel for him to get that first goal?
I think similarly as I said about Kel McAllister scoring a couple of weeks ago, I haven't spoken to Kel McGuinness tonight yet about it. I'm going to go when I go back in, but it's a moment to treasure for him. Fantastic goal as well, but what he showed tonight is something that I've talked about from day one, that I've seen him in games and in training. He has this ability to drive with the ball from the middle of the park that a lot of central midfielders don't have. It's a fantastic asset for him to have, fantastic asset for us to have in the team. There are still aspects of the game he has to learn positionally, but they'll come because he's a really good, willing individual as well. So really pleased not just for him to get the goal but to be part of a winning team, because I spoke to both him and Kyle yesterday for a while after training about maintaining their positivity around their own performances. I think they believe they've been doing okay, but not to get dragged down with the fact that they hadn't had the results. And so for them, not just for them, for everybody involved in the group, the whole group, I'm delighted for them.
The game was, after it was 2-2 and after maybe the hour mark, it was going kind of end to end and it was quite an open game, with both sides having some really good chances. Did you feel that the team was very much capable of going on and getting a winner even as the game was kind of in its dying embers? Yeah,
I think probably the substitutions we made were positive. I think the way we tried to, we recognise even with Ryan coming on was the fact that the game had become stretched, and he has that pace that he potentially can play in behind, and the position we're in, we need to win games, and I want to win games, and we're capable of winning games, so there's no point in not trying to go and achieve that. It might change as the season progresses and we find ourselves in different situations, but at the moment we should be a club that tries to win every match regardless of whether we're home and away, and I think we did sense that. I think they sensed it as a group. I think you could see that with the latter stages of the game where we kept pushing and they got the rewards at last. I think that was a reward for their efforts over the last 5 or 6 games, not just tonight.
And how did it feel for you on the touchline as Stevie Mallon struck that ball and it hit the back of the net?
Yeah, look, I think when you're a manager, you have this probably 1 or 2 seconds where it feels like to be a player or a supporter, because it's a different feeling. It disappears very quickly because then all you think about is how you see the game out. I didn't realise it was quite so late in the game as well, so I don't really think about it from one point of view. After that initial rush, even tonight, I don't think about it. All I think about is starting to prepare for Saturday. And for me tonight, it's about players and about supporters and people around and associated with the club that have had to endure this difficult period. That's for them. You know, there'll be a time and a place, hopefully, later on in my tenure, that I might look back on this night and say, you know, it was significant. But for the moment, I'm not really interested in that. I'm just interested in us getting us prepared for Saturday and going and producing another good performance.
You've mentioned the supporters there, and you've mentioned before about how you remember from your time here what a support this is. What did you feel tonight when the goal went in, the final goal, and the way they were celebrating, and the sheer numbers that actually travelled down tonight?
Yeah, well, that was the thing, first of all, that I noticed, you know, because it's a midweek game, it is a travel, things have went poorly for us this season, so they travelled in numbers, they were vocal in their backing. I think that the players sensed they were behind them, because you do, as a player, you're not daft, you feed off that energy as well. And the scenes when they scored the winning goal are terrific. That's why we're involved in football. It's why everybody that loves it comes and watches it, comes and plays it, comes and coaches it. We stress that at half time. It's supposed to be enjoyable, and those moments are enjoyable. And I think that, you know, I was keen for the players to go over and make sure the fans knew their appreciation for how much they've backed them. Not, as I said, not just tonight, because I know there'll be ones that would have loved to have been here that couldn't have been here. And, you know, certainly my time here, because they've been hugely positive despite results, and we want to keep giving them more nights like tonight, more results like this. Look, that's not our top level, that's not our top target, that's what we're satisfied with, but at the moment that's our first aim, and if we do that, I know that support will continue to come.